Today I'm going to show you how to 3D print using the Prusa MK4. So we have an object here, CAD and Onshape, and we're going to want to export it by right-clicking the name and clicking export, upload it as an STL, and we're not going to change any of these default units here. So we're just going to click export, and then you see that it's downloaded up in the top here. Then you're going to click the Windows key in the bottom left of your keyboard, and then type in Prusa Slicer, and click enter, and that should open the Prusa Slicer on your computer and bring you on to this page right here. This one should be automatically selected, so then you click next, skip by this, just click through all this. This is to add filaments, you can add more later. And we're just going to click yes, 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 and we're going to click finish. Once you're on the slicer, you can click this button right here to import your file, and that will load it in as so. But I want to have this face on the bed instead of it being lifted off the bed like this. So I'm going to click this button right here and click that face right there, and that'll bring it onto the bed. You can also use many of these other keys to either scale it, rotate it, move it around, and then many other things that you'll learn the more you use the printer. We're going to set the filament to generic PLA. And, you will want to change this based on the material you're using. We're also going to set the supports everywhere and change the infill to 20%. We're also going to go onto print settings and change the support material from snug to organic. And now, once we have the part in the right place, we're going to click slice now. Once that's finished, it will generate all the layers and supports of your print. You can move this slider here to see each individual layer to make sure it's coming out how you like it. Once everything is all set, you're going to click export G-code, save. Once your file is saved, you're going to want to open the file folder and move it onto a USB drive. Once you have your file on your USB drive, you can stick it into the side of the printer, and on the screen it should automatically show your part and you can just click print. But if it doesn't, you can go onto print from the main screen and then scroll down until you find your part on here. You click that and it should bring you to the same screen as there. If you ever need to perform a filament change, you go onto filament from the main screen and then click change filament. What it does here is that it heats up the nozzle so that it can remove the filament. Once it's done heating up the filament, it should say unloading, and you should hear this one unload it. Once it is done unloading, it's unloading right now, it shows this, and you would pull this out, and if it was successful, then you click yes, and you select the filament that you're putting into it. In this case, we're loading PLA. And now you're going to put the filament, find the end of the filament roll, and just put it in until there's resistance. Just put it there, and then you click continue, and you can feel if it's actually going in. If you can feel it moving in, then that means that it's caught, it's ready to go in. So it's just loading it in right now. You should see the nozzle purging right there. If you're loading in a different color, then it will show like a blend of the two colors. And then once it's done purging, it would say if the color is correct. If the color is still a blend of two colors, you would say purge more. But in this case, we're all set, so we're going to click yes. And now once it's done purging, you just want to take that off of there so it doesn't mess up the next print.